good. We're on?
Yeah. Cool.
I'm just gonna go with the flow.
Hey, GM everyone. I'm Salman and welcome to SalmanNeedsAJob. A very special occasion, a very special episode with Spacekayak at ETH India on the final day, on the demo day. And there's a ton happening. Crazy. Paul from Spacekayak is responsible for all the amazing designs that you see out of this conference. And Spacekayak is a design agency, am I right?
We don't want to bracket it as design.
We'll get into that. We'll let you describe that. So let's. So we're gonna discuss about what like just take us through behind the scenes of branding this entire event, and we'll get into Spacekayak as well. How are you doing?
Yeah, awesome. So this, like, as you see right now, this is the largest Ethereum hackathon to have ever happened. So it's pretty massive, and we had a footfall of about like 2,000 people, like 1,500 hackers, and then other set of folks, partners and sponsors coming in. And I think in fact, this is ETH Global's largest Ethereum hackathon, right? So it's the biggest event, and particularly so excited about this because look at the folks around you, so young, so talented, and we had over like 21,000 applications, and it boiled down to 1,500 hackers, right? So these guys are the best of
Fully curated,
best of best, right?
Defolio is doing that work.
So Defolio are the main folks behind ETH India, and they're working with ETH Global to bring this. So all the applications, everything is like managed by Defolio. But yeah, the journey started like almost 2-3 months ago. When we first put up like the ETH India website. From there, people started applying, and the production work actually started like about in early November. And
so production as in the assets that you see here?
Yes. So we've got like massive art installations. In fact, this hall in itself is a very new property, right? So a lot of constraints, but you cannot touch the wall, you cannot like hang things from the top, but like how do you really create something that's spectacular while working with these constraints? So the stage that you see behind, we created like 5-6 3D models, renders of the stage, how it will look. Every single detailing has been like done, and it's been pretty crazy because to do an event of this scale, and to ensure that you deliver a very, very high quality hackathon experience, it takes a lot. So our team of like 10-15 people and Defolio team, we've been behind the scenes working for the last almost 45 days in like putting this event together. Yeah.
I want you all to first go to the Defolio website, to the ETH India website, and get a vibe of what we're talking about, the designs and the kind of brand language or what, I don't know. We'll try to understand what that is. But okay, this is perfect actually. So this is what you see on the website, right? It's amazing if you ask me. Can you just describe that? I saw a BLR DAO at the bottom, 2586 Lab, one of the projects. So all of these small tech shops around Bangalore. Describe this art. So what's are you part of one of the persons who worked on it?
So the idea was very simple, right? Like, people are going to come to Bangalore for the hackathon, and they want to come to a place where the imagery of it, when they look at it, they should feel like they belong here, right? So how do you create that kind of a visual? And we also wanted to paint a picture of a utopian future, right? Like how crypto can actually like be a part of our day-to-day life. So if you look at this art, you could see that the chai shop is accepting like Ethereum. There is an Ethereum mark in the center of the road. There are folks paying with Matic. So this is like a very possible crypto future that we can dream of.
It's set in Bangalore.
Yeah. So this whole illustration is like packed with Easter eggs. I can like reveal a few of them. You got Sendur Cafe, which is like everyone's favorite dosa place. You got Bob's Bar, which is like the favorite drink place, and then you have the classic Namamuru Metro, and then you have like the autos. And yeah, so you should probably go back and try to find more Easter eggs. There is L222 merge, a lot of like crypto references hidden deep inside this. But we had fun doing this because it's something that we feel like, if you look at this, the hacker should feel like, okay, I want to be there, I want to belong there, right? Yeah.
What has been the feedback? What are people telling you?
Feedback has been really good. Like, I think I have almost everyone loved the whole setup and the experience so far. And we're genuinely like excited to see all the projects that are going to come out of this.
Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying these videos that you're seeing from India Blockchain Week and ETH India. Just a quick commercial break. If you like the content that you're seeing on this channel, and if you would like me to continue what I'm doing, which is covering what is happening in Web3 and generally like the world of work in this space through my little project called SalmanNeedsAJob, I have a crowdfund that is active on a platform called Juicebox. Consider supporting. Thank you. Back to the video. We'll talk about Spacekayak, but before that, tell me every single design work that was done for this event.
This event,
design, or I'm calling it design. I don't know, perhaps beyond the scope.
Yeah.
I know that you guys worked on some Web3 quest with Product House.
Yeah. So I think like for ETH India, the basic like event designs that you see in terms of like your table, top cards, to your merch bag, every single element that went into the merch kit, the stage design, art installations, especially the story wall of Ethereum, right? That one is our favorite because like as designers, we look at like screen sizes are very small, like the laptop screen sizes, right? We probably have experience of designing for A3 and A4 and stuff, but like this one was particularly challenging because we had to design like 110 feet long story wall.
What is that?
It's right there in the corridor, and it's a story wall which basically walks us through the story of Ethereum.
Wow.
And it's a massive timeline.
Is it original work or was
It's original. It's completely original. It's a massive timeline starting right from the original Ethereum white paper to this moment right now here in India. So so we did that as well. And the slides, the presentations, we pushed ourselves as a design team as well, right? Like the countdown timers that you see, like designers who code kind of thing. Like our designers wrote the countdown timers, they deployed it. So it's been fun. The official POAP is also going to come. So we're designing the POAP for ETH India. So yeah.
Sandeep has minted it, so
Yeah. This is also a POAP.
Sandeep, you are now officially at.
Thank you. Thank you for making me available at Polygon Connect.
also the website India Blockchain Week .xyz. I really liked it because because there are so many events that are happening over here, and not everybody got into ETH India, but there was an event for everybody this entire week, and to call it India Blockchain Week and to really make it easy for people to engage with those and collect these POAPs while there. so tell me about that as well. That seems like a project on its own, and who came up with India Blockchain Week? Like community, because it sounds like a total community thing.
Yeah, so I think like obviously it's all driven by Devfolio. Earlier we had the idea of calling it Ethereum Week, Bangalore Ethereum Week or something. Then we changed it to India Blockchain Week because it is much more universal, and that's the same idea, right? Like I think like not everyone made it to ETH India, but like we want to give everyone a chance, a shot at being a part of the crypto scene. So there are multiple hackathons happening across the week. The same partners are ETH India have putting up like unique special events for hackers. And I think we have a little over like 50-60 side events. So it's 50-60 side events. So it's pretty crazy, right?
So on this POAP, all of them are listed, and if you minted, you can zoom in and check out the one you went to.
The craziest part, however, was like the maintenance of the website, right? Like the website is designed and developed in like
Events are always coming.
every day there are like new people, and the events that you see on the website are the ones that actually are accepted. So now think about the ones that were not accepted as part of the side events, right?
I'm just imagining like those lines keep increasing on India Blockchain Week.
Yeah. So we thought it'll go like this, but it just became like a stack. It became like a huge building now with like multiple events. So yeah, that's been fun. Every day.
Is it like a side project within the entire ETH India thing, that website, or was it like also like we want to do this, we want to facilitate side events?
we're not facilitating side events for sure, but like we just want to be responsible enough to officially call out what are the official side events that are happening as a part of like India Blockchain Week. And yeah, this has nothing to do with ETH Global or the ETH India.
So actually, Spacekayak also has supported many of the other events, like the Phil event and all that, right? Talk about that.
Yes, so FileCoin India event happened for the first time. FILBangalore. It's again done in partnership with Huddle 01. By the way, shout out to Huddle folks. Brilliant set of people to work with. If you were at FileCoin Bangalore, you would have experienced it yourself. That was the first, like the kickstart of the India Blockchain Week with like genuinely, like I did not expect that to be that massive, but it was very well produced. It was very well done, very well programmed. So fortunately, we were partners with Filecoin Bangalore. We did the merchandise for them, and yeah, if I gave a keynote talk if on permissionless design architect. Yeah, so that's pretty much what.
So tell me about the team behind this project itself. How many people working on executing the entire thing?
Yeah, so Spacekayak in itself is about like 12 people. So we've been working on this for the last 1.5 months. The beauty of it is this event was completely executed remotely. So our company is like 100% remote. So we did this completely, yeah, remotely. However, shout out to the other event production team as well. There are like 100+ people in the catering team. There are 100+ folks in the production housekeeping team. These are like from KTPO, from Neoniche, and like different companies. Yeah, this is a massive set of folks rallying behind ETH India.
Cool. Now let's move into a little bit about Spacekayak and the kind of work you guys are doing. But let's do an introduction about you. Where you come from, what's your background, and how did you end up here in Web3 doing ETH India stuff?
Yeah. So I've been in the ecosystem with startups for as long as I remember from my college times. So multiple startups, multiple fundraise, multiple death of startups. It's a cycle. In 2017, late 2017, 2018, I played this crazy game, which is CryptoKitties. I still have 4 cats. So that's when I discovered Ethereum. So got very early. Got early into Ethereum. And since then...
Wait, so you got into it through CryptoKitties? That was your entry into Web3 in general?
Yeah, that was my entry.
Damn cool, bro. Like art.
Yeah, it's art, right? Like I still remember that day, like because like people were buying breeding cats and like selling it on chain. It was pretty cool until like Fred Wilson came and like clogged the network and Ethereum crashed for the first time.
It's always fascinating to ask people like what actually is their entry point and to understand everybody has a different interest that brought them here. While before everyone used to talk about like crypto and trading, but now you'll hear people talking about all types of different things happening in Web3 that actually brought them here.
Yeah, man. So I think like from then like been sticking around with cryptocurrencies and like the crypto tech for last couple of years. I built a privacy tech company, and our early stage was a lot of research on cryptography and like different type of like crypto process and stuff. But like after I exited my previous company, I wanted to do something really crazy and creative, and I find so much joy and love and like satisfaction in actually like crafting something beautiful, working with like really tight founders with like great vision, helping them like bring out, build beautiful products and craft great narratives. So that's how it started. Spacekayak is 1 year old. We started as a very small team of 3 people. Me handling end-to-end product and product strategy. There was 1 brand designer and 1 community guy. So slowly we grew, and we figured out that within the 3 of us, we had pretty much everything to drive a company to PMF and like help them go from 0 to 1.
Was it a Web3 solutions at that time?
Initially, no, not really. We started like working with deep tech companies, which is AI and other things as well.
How would you describe your company when you started it?
When it started, it was like it was a product design super team. So product and design super team, right? So that's how it started. Then like fortunately like we found like great founders to work with in the Web3 space. Pillow Fund Market, they were the first break, and we started working with them. And from there, it was just proof of work. and now we worked with almost like 15-20 companies. We worked with Polygon. We built one of Polygon's new product. By the way, Polygon's new product is coming out very soon. It's gonna be amazing. We worked with Solvent Protocol, Obvious Wallet, Onjuno, Llama DAO, a bunch of really high quality.
Damn
companies.
cool.
Yeah.
So see that. Yeah, so the perspective of Wing is actually pretty unique, having worked on some really interesting products.
Yes. So from there we kind of like pivoted into like really going Web3 native and crypto native, and that kind of demanded also to learn new things about crypto and the way you think about doing crypto design, right? So our user research is done using on-chain data. So that's how we do user research. We do like clustering of wallets to understand like wallet behaviors and these are like completely new ways of like designing.
Just want to help. I want you to help us understand that. What is the opportunity here with wallet data? Because it's actually all like public data.
Yeah.
And in terms of research, like what is the alpha you have for other like design processes and people working in the space?
Yeah, so the beauty of it is in Web2 we always have personas, and this persona is often crafted by like a PM or like a marketing person saying that, hey, this is the age, this is his likes or whatever, right? Here's it's very tricky because you have no idea who the person is. Their identity could be pseudonymous or like completely anonymous as well. And then you don't have additional metadata like which city they come from, what is their age, what is their spending behavior, or what other apps they interact with. Like nothing of like Web2 marketing data is available on Web3. But the beauty of Web3 is everything is open, public, right? So you could read these on-chain data using like Nansen, or even like use something like a DeFi Llama to understand, if I pick a bunch of wallets, what are the different protocols they're interacting with? What are the different NFTs that they hold? And what is the transaction? What are the kind of transactions that they have between like chains and stuff? And then the insight boils down to saying that everyone who owns this NFT, we found out that 80% of them also love sneakers. Wow. Right? And then you start building like additional behavior models.
That's super conclusive.
Yeah. It's not very like straightforward, but like you need to do a lot of on-chain data research, and like do clustering of wallet data and stuff to really understand like where is the taste map. We call it taste map building. What is the taste map of this community? What is the taste map of this wallet cluster? Right. So this is very Web3 native. Like I don't think like a lot of companies in the world do this. So everything that has to do with Web3 design is pretty much new. So it gives us so much joy to like do new things. These are like random.
So
crazy experiments.
analyzing the wallet data, is it done through no-code tools or code?
No code tools mostly. Like you could just get subscription of like multiple tools that are already available, and you could use them. Yeah.
Tell me more about Spacekayak and
Yeah.
just.
So since then, like Spacekayak became a crypto native like design studio, and our goal is to work with like 0 to 1 founders and like essentially help them be creative / design team for them. And yeah, that's what we've been doing, and we do like all range of things. Like my team is like multidisciplinary, so we do like incentive engineering. Some of the craziest thing that we've done, like incentive engineering, is where we try to figure out the user journey just like Web2, but then you tie it with the rewards being on chain, and after you acquire the users into your app, how do you bring in like your app's native tokenomics or incentive structures to drive adoption. So all these things are like incentive engineering. We've done that. We did something very cool called it's called lore crafting. The idea is essentially like marketing is something that you do to tell outsiders what you do as a company, but lore crafting is something that you do to tell insiders what you do as a company. And that is particularly true in case of DAOs, right? So decentralized, so distributed. If DAO members don't have like a common vision of why they're doing what they're doing, probably things are not going to work out from a cultural point of view, right? So that's where we kind of like started doing lore crafting.
So Spacekayak, the name has a.
Yeah, it has a lore. Yeah, yeah, it has
Is
a
it
lore.
only for the internal team or?
Very soon, very soon. Not too many alphas today, but very soon. Like that's the goal. Like people would. It's not a company. It's going to be like a story.
Do you have some kind of a community activation that is in the roadmap?
So we do a bunch of like core media stuff, and we do it because we see value in that. The first one is called This Week in Web3. It's a newsletter. We have about 22,000 plus readers. It's a straightforward newsletter that drops every week to your inbox, covers a bunch of top highlights from the world of Web3 and crypto, and it also gives you some educational material, job boards. Yeah, it was previously cable. Now it's called This Week in Web3 in partnership with our lovely folks from the Product House. Shout out to our friends at the Product House.
Product. Oh, that one is
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I follow that.
And the second thing that we are doing is called the Ramp Show. It's a podcast. We just wrapped up season 1. We have 11 episodes. It's with like the top founders of crypto and Web3.
I've listened to a few. It's actually a nice podcast about the space from here
Yeah.
with all the founders and creators of products that we know.
Yeah. So This Week in Web3 is for people who are getting into Web3. The Ramp Show is for people who are building in Web3. And this is what we want to do. We would probably just continue doing the same thing, grow our newsletter. We've already planned for 5 seasons of the Ram Show. So season 2 Ram Show is production is starting early Jan. It's going to be bigger, better. And the third initiative that we're going to do is actually open sourcing a lot of our design. And we believe that like just like how source code, like I mean core protocols are forkable, and you're able to build like fork protocols and build like really brilliant applications on top of it. We believe that interfaces should be also forkable, right? Like the Uniswap model of UI, the Rainbow Wallet standard of Connect wallets. So there are like these kind of standards, but they are again like very centralized in a decentralized way. They're still owned by entities. So we want to build all of this and modular design systems and essentially open source them.
The word you're looking for is CC0.
Yeah, CC0. Potentially, yeah, tie back CC0 to it as well. Yeah.
Cool. Anything else you want to touch as we wrap up?
No.
Again, like what's the Web3 vibes generally from what you're talking to people?
It's insane, bro. It's insane. I think like I could see like 20-50 polygons coming up from this hackathon, right? Like this is the impact, right? Like imagine if these projects see the life and like they actually continue building. This is really going to change the trajectory of the crypto scene and also like push the Indian GDP like massively. So super excited. The vibe is like amazing.
I spoke to somebody who actually took 1.5 days just to decide on the ideas or even to, because they want to make sure to find the right one that's the next Insta app or something.
Yeah.
Dude, great talking to you. Thank you for getting me in. Let's do more of this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Subscribe to SalmanNeedsAJob. Also have a juice box going on. So consider donating.